once a week I will walk through the house, either start at the bottom of the house or the top of the house, and I will walk around with this and I will spray it on everything that I touch. So door handles, light switches, on door frames, sinks, taps, on the toilet, on the bit that you flush, you press to flush it, on handles to open windows, around the edge of the dog's bed, anywhere that I touch. So I'm going to start now. I'm going to do my taps in here, some of the toilet and handles and stuff like that, and I'll go out. Like now I'm only popping out for 20 minutes, but I'll open 2 windows. I'll open my bathroom window and then I'll open one on the first floor with all the doors open because it is quite strong smelling. So by the time I've got back, the bulk of the scent will be gone. It's 3 o'clock. I'm tired. I've just been out and come back. I've used the antiseptic spray on everywhere. I haven't filmed a clip for this vlog because I filmed a clip for a cleaning video that I'm doing. I've literally sprayed everything: door handles, light switches, round the dog's bed but not on her bedding, my office chair, outside the front door, the handle coming in, some taps, some kitchen cupboard handles, whatever they're called, the banisters, hello, the sofa upstairs because she lies on it all day. And now I'm going to do some hoovering, vacuuming, whatever you want to call it. I could go to bed. I'm not going to go to bed till 9. Watch me wake up about 8:30 and not want to go to bed. Oh god, my makeup's smudged. But I don't care. Because this little cutie is looking at me. Hello, sweetheart. Look at that gorgeous blue and pink sky. That is not the sun there, that's the kitchen light, but oh god, my windows need cleaning. That's inside, but I don't know how I'm going to reach up there because I've got to... But I just wanted to film the beautiful, beautiful sky and the horrible windows. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how to reach, but they're filthy. Oh, there will be a filter on because I've just smudged my makeup everywhere. Just sat down thinking, I've got to do something. Something's not right. Yeah, 27 at night, and my video didn't go up at 6 o'clock like it was meant to do. My god, what have I been doing? I haven't been crying. Why is my makeup so badly smudged? I was like, choose a video. I uploaded it last night. I could have scheduled it last night, but no, I thought I'll schedule it today. Just remembered, so it's not going to go up till 7 now. So it's an hour late. It's nothing exciting. Can't remember what it is now. There you go, that's how good it is. So I'm about to schedule it. I've got to fill the description box in. So, if you wondered why the video on the 16th of October was an hour late, it's because I'm an idiot. just about to take my makeup off. I've just come upstairs. I don't know how that is like that. It looks like I've been crying, but honestly I haven't. Yeah, normally I don't take my makeup off till I come up to bed, but it won't be long before I'm coming up to bed, even though I've just had a cup of tea and some Diet Coke. So I'm kind of awake now. So I'm going to do that. I got changed ages ago. Well, actually I had a different top on, but I opened a can of beans, and don't ask me how I managed to do this, because no matter how many times I've tried to work out how I did it, I managed to tip it down myself and all over the floor and down the drawers in the kitchen. I don't know how I did it. So I changed my top. Luckily I didn't get it on my pyjama bottoms because they're quite light. I'm an idiot. So yeah, I'm going to take all this off, put my treatment on, go back down. Got the doctors tomorrow. I'm having a bath tomorrow. I like to have a bath like once a week, and so it's bath day. Don't know what I'm wearing to the doctors, don't know anything. If I don't film again today, I'll film tomorrow, I guess. Today's video went up 2 hours late because I don't know if I've said, but basically I forgot to schedule it, went on it, scheduled it, went to do the iCard, you know, where it'll pop up and it'll have a suggestion of a video. That I do them myself. So I went on to do that, and then when the video started it said morning skincare routine, and I was like, oh my god. Luckily it was still in the iMovie, so I could go in and change it on that. Then I had to resave it, which took ages, then upload it. Didn't finish uploading until about 7:20, and then by the time I filled the box in it was 7:25, so I just scheduled it for 8 o'clock. So it's only been up an hour and 15. Normally it would have been up since 6. So I just need... Is that a spider? No. If it would have been a massive one. God, it's dark over here. Anyway, if you don't see me again today, you'll see me tomorrow. As I said, I've got the doctors. Hopefully she won't stress me out this week. We did have a stressful conversation last time, and it was only 2 weeks ago, but it feels much longer. Anyway, this needs to come off. Hello, I'm not filming for long. I can't even see what I'm filming because of the sun. And I'm on a busy car park. It is 1:15 on Friday the 19th of October. I'm actually here a good hour before I normally would get here. Sometimes I get here later than this, and there's someone in the car, 2 people watching me, which is brilliant. I was going to do like a sit down talky thing earlier today to talk about a few things, but I just want to get on with my day. I've got out early. I've been sat here for about half an hour. It took quite a while to get here. I've been finishing an email that I wanted to send, and I've sent it, and then I've read it after sending it, but I don't care what I wrote. I'm getting a bit sick of certain people, and a video may be made about them. Anyway, I'm going to go because the people that were watching me in the car were actually walking towards me now. I don't know when I'll film next. I need to go to Boots whilst I'm here. Yeah. Does it look like I've moved? Because I have. Well, this block of sun wasn't here last time. Come out of Marks and Spencer's, and I'm going to go across to Boots. I really want to go in another shop whilst I'm over there, and I'm debating it because I really want to get across to another supermarket, and I also need to call the doctors because I've got a lovely sample to give in. Yeah, so I'm going to head across to Boots and get my prescription. I'm literally parked in a really obvious place. Oh god, the eyebrow's dark. So I'm not going to talk for long. I've just been in Boots, I've been in there ages. I'm going to eat my lunch now. I was going to wait, but I've been hungry since I even got here. So I've got a roast chicken and avocado, and I've got a cayenne and turmeric shot. But I'm not going to film myself because there's lots of people there. And yeah. My next job is to go to the doctor's to drop off. I've put it in a bag. They hate it when you hand stuff in that's like they have to touch, but I thought I'd film my reaction to this. Even though this is the easy one to drink, it's the apple and ginger one I struggle with. It's the afterburn that's the killer. Oh god, there's really bad shadows and my face is really shining. It shouldn't be because I put a matte foundation on. Well, matte but not flat by NYX. When I went to the doctor to give my sample in, you won't believe what the receptionist said to me. She said, has someone told you to bring this in? And do you know when you want to be sarcastic and go, no, I just thought I'd come in for the fun of it because I had nothing better to do. I thought I'd better not because she'll actually believe that. But why would someone go in with a sample if they've not been told to? And then she wanted it in the bag. She didn't want it to touch it. But I just couldn't believe when she asked me if someone had told me, and I went, yeah, doctor, such and such, my doctor. She said, all right. But why would you just go to the doctors with a sample if no one's actually told you to do it? I think there's 5 bags there, but only 4 I've got shopping in. 1 I brought stuff home in. So this is the final wax mount. I haven't actually shown you the other two, have I? Might not have done. This is the most expensive one. So this is where I bought it. It took exactly a week to get here, which is a long time, and it's the most expensive. I've not even seen it before. I've got a feeling it's going to be broke because the box looked like it's been thrown around. Well, it's well wrapped. So I got Bon Bon. I wish I got Lady Millions because everyone goes crazy about it. Contains alpha isomethanol, toxic to aquatic life. So it's really pretty, but it is the most expensive. There are 6 breakable pieces. It's got a cute pink bowl which they've glued on by the looks of it with a glue gun. Shall we open it? It literally smells like the perfume, which is a good thing because I wanted it to smell like the perfume. I don't have the perfume, but when I've been in the shop, do you know when you smell perfumes? I actually like this, and this is why I've picked this, because all the others I've probably smelt but I can't remember. So yeah, I'm going to hopefully be making my own. That's why I've bought loads of different ones, to see what they're like and see if I can replicate anything similar. I'm going to quickly take you through what I've got. I get one of these every week, love them, highly recommend them. They're not super cheap, I think they're like 80p or something, but I can actually tell you because I actually have the receipt here. Oh, actually it's £1.25. Oh, more than I thought. 2 codfish cakes for my dad, some frites for me, that's for me for tomorrow. I've had it before, it's not the best fish and chips I've ever had in my life, but it's convenient and it's not cheap either. I got some corn-fed chicken breast fillets. They nearly had £1 off. They're going to go in the freezer for my dad to have Sunday and Monday. I got coconut prawns for myself for today. They're normally £5.50. Some black pudding for my dad. Look at these chocolates. I bought them. You're going to love this. I bought them for my doctor because it's her birthday next time I go. But I don't know if she eats chocolate because she doesn't look like she does. But I hope she does eat chocolate because they look good. Anyway, I got these. Normally I get the cookies, but I've had enough of the cookies because I've had 2 cookies 2 weeks in a row and I've still got some. There's either 1 or 2 in there. So I thought I'd get something different for a change. So I've got the extremely chocolatey milk chocolate rounds. They look good. I picked up these predominantly for my dad, but I want to try one because they sound interesting. So I might stock up on these for like Christmas if they're nice. Then I got my dad a packet of these milk chocolate digestives. I picked these up for me, but if they're nice I might buy a second packet and put it with them because I did actually get them on offer, and if these are nice I'll just get a pack of them to go with them. I'm not going to spend a lot of money on my doctor, it's just because she's working on her birthday. Not that she's going to sit there and eat them, it'd be funny if she actually did, but I don't think she eats a lot. I got some almond milk, my favourite chocolate bar. I have cut down on chocolate, says me who's got all that. I'm allowing myself 1 bar a week. Last week I got the Galaxy Salted Caramel and I thought I'd get that. The only reason I didn't get that last week is because there weren't any that size. I'm hoping this lasts me 2 weeks, and these probably will last me. I'll probably put them in the freezer. I may not like them. 2 tins of the best baked beans you can get, small Diet Coke, a strawberry jelly trifle and a skinny chocolate muffin dessert. And that's all the M&S shopping. There was 2 sandwiches in that shot that you saw me take, or do not take, and all that including the 2 sandwiches in the shot came to £47.19 including 2 carrier bags. I normally spend around the £40 mark, but obviously I got them. They were on offer for £6.66 I think, yeah, instead of £10. So yeah, I'm going to put all that away, then I'll show you the Asda shop which goes with it. So basically this is what will last the weekend and some of early next week. Some of it will last longer, like the beans will last longer because we're not going to eat 2 cans of beans at the weekend. That'll last me until the end of next week because I've already got one open that I opened yesterday. Hoping they last me 2 weeks. That's a gift. Right, so I'm on to the Asda food now. I've got backache. So I got 2 small bottles of Diet Coke. I did have 3, but I drank 1. I got a litre bottle of this filtered milk. I try and get this. I don't know what the difference is, but this is the one I try to get. I mainly have this in my coffee and tea because I prefer the taste, even though too much of it's not good for me. I got some mini jacket potatoes with herby butter, some classic mash. These I picked up by accident. I don't normally like the caffeine ones because they make me feel weird, but not having phrases might not make me feel weird anymore. New with them because I'm 7 years old, quite clearly. I got Life is All Rainbows and Unicorns. It is so cute. Like, I think it was like £3. It's a really decent size as well. I might get a second one in case I break this. Not that I'm going to deliberately break it, but accidents happen. Potato and butter pie, had one of these last week, really enjoyed it. 2 packs of 6 of the Pomber, as you can see I have opened it. And I got a pack of 6 mini cheddars. It was 3 for £3 or £1.50 a pack, so it's 3 for 2. They're for my dad, they're for me. Snacker Jacks, smooth caramel on offer for £1. They're normally like £1.89, which I won't pay. Hovis, wholemeal, medium sliced. Alpo soy strawberry, because in the fridge, and I need to drink this today and tomorrow because I've had it open a few days. I got the chocolate one. I've already shown them. And then I got this because, as I said, I'm 7. And this is going to take me forever to drink this because it's absolutely massive. Like, look, it probably holds nearly a litre. But it might encourage me to drink more because I don't drink enough. Then I got a 125 bottle of Diet Coke, some Pringles. Got these 2 last week, really enjoyed them. I think I've got one of them left. That's the more calorific, that's nearly 200 calories. This is about 130. And I don't eat much of the jam stuff, so it's even less calories. I got some Misfits from my little Misfit and some dental sticks. 2 more 1.25 litre bottles of Diet Coke. A 2 litre bottle of Pepsi Max for my dad. And some Evian. And that, everyone, is it. I'm going to put it away, sit down, and I might eventually get to have a bit of a chat with you. I've actually been sat here for 10 minutes and I can't move. But I need to move because I need to go and shut the back door because someone who's in that room there left it open. And I don't want anything to fly in. And yes, there's still daddy long legs around because the other night when I opened that door, one tried to fly in around this time. So let's hope there's none flying around the house because I won't be very happy. I've just got no energy and I need to walk down the stairs. My face looks shiny, but it doesn't feel shiny or greasy. Oh, it does there. To stay matte but not flat isn't the best foundation. I put the shopping away when I came upstairs, put stuff in that room. I've just been sat here probably more than 10 minutes to be honest. Might as well carry on talking. So basically, I probably won't be able to remember the stuff that I was going to talk to you about this morning. But the funny thing is about this morning, I hope there's nothing flying around here. It smells lovely in here. I'm using some of the wax melt, well, one of them wax melts that I've got, but I accidentally left it on all day. I hope there's nothing in here like a daddy long leg because I am actually petrified of them. I left it on when I went out, like an idiot. But I came in, it smelled nice. But last night I had to turn it off because it got a bit overbearing. I'll turn it off now just because it's been on since about 10:30 this morning. It's 6 o'clock. So let's put a light on. Watch the something flying around in here. Oh, I don't feel great. So this morning, well, I kept waking up in the night, which is not news to this channel because I talk about I wake up a lot because I constantly need to go to the toilet and then I just fall back to sleep because I'm just so out of it because of my sleeping tablet that I just fall back to sleep. But last night I must have got up about 6 times, but I woke up a lot more than that. But I was just getting out of bed because I even shocked myself at the amount of times I actually got out of bed because normally I just can't do it. And then I woke up about an hour before my alarm and I was sat in bed for a few minutes because I needed to go to the toilet and I was like, I'm gonna have to get up, and I'm like, it's only an hour till my alarm goes off, can I not fall back to sleep needing to go? And I thought no, because I won't have a good sleep and I'll probably wake up in 10 minutes and like still need to go. So I went and I was just sat in there. Do you know when you just sit there and you're just like, you can't be bothered? So I just thought, I'm just going to get up. I'm not going to go back to bed because what's been led there for 20 minutes and I only get 20-30 minutes sleep? It's just pointless. So I thought, right, I'm going to get up. I'm going to get in the shower. You won't think I'd had a shower because my hair looks greasy. But I think it's because it keeps splitting because it needs cutting because look. But it's getting done next week. Finally decided what colour I'm having. So I think I said that it's either going to go 2 ways. I'm either going to get my roots done and down here done, because it is a slightly different blonde, so basically get a whole head of highlights, then have it toned, or I'm going to get my roots matched all the way down and then have bits of blonde, this sort of blonde everywhere else. So it's one of those two things. I know what I'm having, I've decided, but I could still change my mind between now and then. Either whichever I have, it's going to take the same amount of time anyway, and it's probably going to cost the same, so it doesn't matter which one I have. But that's booked, that's, you know, going ahead. So anyway, got in the shower, had a shower, got some like loungewear on, came down, had breakfast, had a cup of coffee. So I bought Coffee Mate yesterday. Did I film it? I don't even know what I've been filming. I bought some Coffee Mate. I bought 2 lots of Sephora, Coffee Mate, 2 small bottles of Evian. Some Unstoppables by Lenore, but it's half the size. In Fresh, that's the one I use, but that half the size will last me ages because I mainly only use it on my bedding. If I used it every time I did a load of washing, it wouldn't last me as long. I mean, I bought some foil. I bet it's in my boot. I hope I didn't leave it in the trolley. I bet I left it in the trolley. I've got a horrible feeling that the foil that I bought I left in the trolley after I paid for it. What an idiot. Because I got everything out the boot. I'm pretty sure there was no foil in the boot. I'd remember it. Because I know I didn't put it in the bags. I just put it in the trolley. Bet this idiot has left it in the trolley, so someone's got a free foil. Great. Anyway, so I bought Unstoppables as well. What else did I buy? I didn't buy a lot. There just wasn't much that I really wanted when I was looking. I'll insert a picture now. So I bought the Coffee Mate because Mrs. Hinch always has Coffee Mate. So I thought I'll try it, but I don't like instant coffee. I didn't like coffee until last July, August, September time when I was working where I was working, and they were constantly making this coffee in the coffee machine and it smelled amazing. So one day I thought I'd try it. Hated it, but I got used to it and bought my own coffee machine. But I don't like instant coffee, so I avoid instant coffee. So I got this Coffee Mate and I made an instant coffee last night because we have a jar. I also have a jar of smooth caramel flavour, which I didn't try, but I bet it's just as nice with smooth caramel. But I put too much sugar in. Because Coffee Mate's a creamer, you don't need much sugar. So I had one this morning with less sugar in and it was so nice. It doesn't taste like you're drinking instant coffee. So that's my new addiction. Oh God, I've got this on. Can you see it? And it's hot. So had that, had my breakfast, went upstairs, started to get ready, did my makeup and everything, and I was ready just before lunchtime. I think I went out about 12:30 or something, and it took over half an hour. There was bad traffic. Then I filmed, then I went in, then I came out and I was sat in my car for a little bit, and then I went across the Boots, sat in my car, did the shot on camera, ate the sandwich, left, got in more traffic, went to my doctor's. Like I said, she asked me if someone had actually asked me to bring this sample in, and I'm like, I really wanted to be sarcastic and go, no, I just thought I'd come in because I got nothing better to do. Just some of the questions are unbelievable. Why would you take a sample in unless you've been told to? Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe some people do that, but they've actually got to ask for the sample bottle, so surely if they don't need it, they shouldn't be taking it in. I don't know. Anyway, went to Asda, blah blah blah, and I'm home. I was in the kitchen, and kids started to play Kirby behind my car, and it pisses me off because the ball either comes in the garden and they're running it in and out the garden, or it hits my car. So I thought, I'm not putting up with it because it's just going to wind me up. And I went out and I was like, can you please not play here? Because the other day, the ball kept coming in the garden, you kept running in, and I kept hearing it in my car. I said, it's not fair. And they're like, well, it weren't us. I went, it was you, because I've seen you out here before. They're like, well, we've never done it, and we've not been out here for a couple of weeks. And they said it was 2 other girls. I said, but the other 2 girls, when I asked who was doing it, they described you, because they described one of them, and they said she always has her hair in a ponytail and she's got curly hair. And she said, well, we haven't been here. And I said, well, someone's been here and it keeps going in the garden. And she said, well, normally we don't normally play it outside your house, we normally play it there. And I said, well, it's still coming in my garden because my garden goes around the side. And she said, well, it's never come in the garden when we've played because we normally end up catching it. And she said, it's them two. I said, well, can you tell them to stay away from my house? Look, I don't mind if you do it, but if you hit my car, come and tell me. I said, because it's not fair that you're hitting my car. She said, well, we haven't done that. I said, well, okay. And I came back in and I was filming like the food hauls and stuff. And then in between filming them, because I had to put the shopping away from one, they come and knocked on the door. She's like, oh, the balls just rolled off the car. I went, oh, it's fine. She said, you said come and tell you. I said, no, if it hits my car hard. I said, I've been stood in here putting my shopping away. If it would have hit it hard, I would have heard it. I said, I don't mind, just go and play. So, but all you can hear is bang, bang, bang constantly, even in here. Because I remember last year, 2 houses down, there was at one point they were playing Kirby and it came into the back garden and I was sat here and they came and pounded on the door. They kept pounding and pounding and pounding, and then they went down the side of the house and the gate was luckily locked. And then they were kicking the gate going, I want my ball back, I want my ball back. And they were screaming. And I was like, go away. Like I screamed through the door. Well, I screamed from in ear. I shouted from in ear, go away. Stop banging on my door, I'll phone the police. So they carried on banging on my door and they were kicking my front door, and I thought, I'm not putting up with this. My anxiety's going through the roof. They're constantly playing Kirby at the side of my house. And they're not just like, do you know when you throw the ball and it hits the curb and it bounces? They're actually holding it high in the air and they're going like that really hard. So then it either misses the curb completely and comes flying into the back garden, or goes in my side garden, or it bounces off the house. And I'm like, you know, that isn't actually Kirby. So I went upstairs and I was like, I think I was thought I'm getting dressed or whatever. And the mother, who's an absolute chav, every time I saw her, she was in a dressing gown with her hair piled up on her head in a messy bun, smoking and on her phone. Like, I don't think I ever saw her with clothes on. I remember one time the police was here because something had happened, and she came and banged on the door and demanded to know what had happened. And my dad's like, I'm not telling you what's happened. As your neighbour, we have the right to know. And we're like, no, you don't. And she came and she was pounding on the door. And she's like saying to her, are you sure there's someone in? And they went, yeah, they shouted at us to go away. In the way, are you sure? And then she was like banging on the door and kicking the door and shouting, answer the door, answer the door. And she's like, they're not in. And then she just carried it on and they were kicking the door. And I'm like, so I rang the police. I rang 111, 101, not 101. I mean, 101. And I said, look, you know, they're playing Kirby, they're kicking my door, they're shouting at me. The mother's now come along and she's shouting through the letterbox and she's kicking the door. You know, I can't cope with this, I've got anxiety, I don't need this, I'm constantly getting it, they're constantly playing at the side of my house. It's too much. She said, we'll send a unit out. So I thought, well, I've run 101, it's going to take about 2 hours. So I had a quick shower and I was starting to put my makeup on. And then there was a knock on the door and it weren't even 10 minutes and it was the police. And I'm like, it was like I'd rung 999, that's how quickly it was. And I'm like, and I explained the situation, and it was a policewoman and a policeman, and they came in and they walked through my house and like, well, there's a ball out there. And I said, it's not their ball. I said, that one is my dog's. I said, the ball they're going on about is a purple and yellow one. I said, because this morning when I came downstairs, it was out back and I threw it over. And I said, I normally throw it over and it lands in the grass in the house next door, so they would have seen it. So he said, are you sure that's not their ball? I said, no, you can ask them which ball they're talking about and it won't be that one, and you'll be able to see it's full of dog like teeth mark and it's popped. So they said, we'll go and speak to her. I said, look, I've got anxiety, I don't need this, but the mother's been round and she's been shouting through the letterbox and kicking the door as well. It's not even out there. So they went back and before they left, they said, do you want us to come back and tell you what happened? I said, no. And while we were stood in there, they kicked the ball that apparently went in my garden against my garage. I said, can you speak to them about that as well? And he said, why? I said, well, that's our garage. He said, that's a bit strange. I said, I know. I said, I know there's a fence round, but that is our garage. I said, we've put a sign up saying no ball games because they kept standing on the driveway when there was no car there, kicking a ball against the garage all day long, and I'm in here and all I hear was bang, 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 bang continuously. And sometimes it'll end up in the garden and then they'll come round and let themselves in. I said, they never come on and knock. I said, I don't need this. So they went out and they spoke to them, and I could hear them go, they've stolen the ball, they've stolen the ball. And I'm like, I expected the police to come back and they didn't. So off they went, and oh, actually, they did come back. They said, we've just had a word, and they said, like, you've not thrown the ball over, and we've told them it's not in the garden, you know, and they're saying that they didn't even knock on the door. And I said, I think you're fine. The fingerprints are all over my door if you want to be stupid about this. And they said, no, we believe you, and off they went. They said, we told them to not bang on your door, not to play by the house, and, you know, leave you alone, basically, and not let themselves in, and that you'll eventually throw it back if you see it. So they went, I went out to my car, she come flying down, and she started swearing at me, saying, who do you think you are, ringing the police? I went, you were banging on my door. We didn't come near your house. I said, you did come near my house, and I was actually on the phone to 101, and they could hear you shouting through my letterbox. Well, it weren't me. We didn't come down. I said, I think you'll find people around here will tell the police what's gone on. I said, just leave me alone. I was walking into my house, and she's like, if you ring the police on me again, I'm going to slap you. So I'm like, oh my God. So I came in the house, and I tried to ring 101, and I couldn't get through. And I basically ran out to my car, and what did I do? I left. And when I was out, I rang them. I was like, look, she's threatened me again. She's come and threatened me. I don't need this. I don't have the ball. I've thrown it over. She was kicking the door. I said, you could see there were little marks all over the door anyway. I said, this is not on. She said, well, I'll ring you back. And she rang me back, and she said, right, we're going to go and see her again. And then they went and spoke to her, and then they never came back. But then every single day they played Kirby there, every single day that I was in. So I'd go out and I'd come back and they weren't there, and within 2 to 5 minutes of me coming back, they'd start playing Kirby again. And if I'd go out, they'd disappear, and then it would carry on till about 11 o'clock at night. And one of her children was about 3, and her 3-year-old was out there playing Kirby with either her or her husband or her children till 11 o'clock at night. And all the children were under about 8. I think there was like a 5-year-old and like a 6, 7-year-old, and then the young one. So instead of being in bed like they should be, they were out there playing Kirby for months and months and months. And eventually they moved. I think it was earlier this year. They moved. And they got kicked out of the house, and the house got sold because it was a rented house. And I was like, thank God. And I said to my dad, you know it was deliberate. I said, we lived here all that time, and they lived here all that time, and not once did they play Kirby there. I said, then they started to play it, and then after the police came, that time they were constantly playing it. They were constantly doing it every time I come home. He said, I know. He said, I've been here and you've gone out and they've stopped playing, and the second you've returned, they've started again. So now, every now and then, they'll play behind my car, not them because they moved, or they'll play at the side of the house, and it's not as loud as when they were playing it, so they were definitely doing it hard on purpose. But as I said, there were these 2 young girls doing it there for hours once, and I went, you need to stop doing it. You're coming in and out my garden, it's making a lot of noise. I said, you don't realise because you're outside the noise it's making. And then they blamed those 2. So when I saw those 2, I just went out. I was like, you need to stop this. You're making a lot of noise. You're going to hit my car. You're going to be in and out of my garden. They're like, but we've never done that. I said, but I've been told it was you 2 that was making a load of noise the other day. And then one of them was like, well, my brother broke his arm 3 weeks ago and I've not been allowed to play out. So I believed them, and I was like, just be careful. So when she came and knocked, I was like, oh, the ball rolled across near your car. And I'm like, oh, it's all right, just go and play. But it was just loud, and it's really, when you've got anxiety and that's going on, you don't need it. But compared to when them were doing it on purpose, that was nothing. Anyway, I've just told a long story, and you know, you might have skipped it. So yeah, I'm just tired, I'm exhausted, I'm run down, I'm don't have a Sunday video, don't know what I'm gonna do. I need to look at my video idea list that I've got, see what I can pull out the bag tomorrow. I want it to be something where I'm not on camera, because I washed my hair today. It's not gonna look good tomorrow, because as you can see, my fringe is splitting. It needs a good colour session. I don't know if I'm gonna colour my roots to my hair to match my roots or the other way. Well, I do know, but I'm likely to change my mind, because I change my mind a lot. But I'll just be glad to get my hair done, because it needs doing. Do you know when your hair needs doing, and it's like, it's long overdue a colour, whatever I go for, because I may change my mind, and that's why I'm not saying what colour. So when I've got my hair done, I might film a video, which will either be, well, it'll probably be a Tuesday video where I show you my new hair. And problem is, when I'm getting it done, I might not be able to film it Thursday, and I won't want to film it Friday because it'll look its best Thursday. I might have to use my box light because I won't have natural light by the time I get home. But I might do like an updated video where, because when I come home I'll be doing majority of my makeup again, because it all gets washed off around there. So I'll just take off all my face makeup, keep my brows and eye makeup on, and redo my makeup, and then I might do a video, like an update video of my hair and my hair care routine. That'll be a good video. I've not even got that on the list, so that could be next Tuesday's video, which you'll have already seen. But I need to start pre-filming videos. Like, there's clips on here for 2 main videos, and they're going to be Sunday videos, and I need to finish them, but it needs to be when it's good lighting. So I'm not washing my hair again till Monday. So on Monday, if it's good lighting, I can sit down and I can do the main parts of the video. What 2 videos am I doing? For both, I can do the sit down parts, and then there's a few clips to film during daylight. I could do some of them tomorrow if it's bright enough. And yeah, I just need to like work on them. But I did make a decision the other day, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. I've made a decision regarding, when's this video going to go up? I can say it. I made a decision regarding video content during December, and then, which I won't say what it is, but you'll probably know by the time you're watching this. And I made a video, no, I haven't made a video, made a decision regarding content for this channel from next year. I'm not going to say what it is right now, but I'll always film for this channel. I've said that. But life does change, and people change, priorities change, things change in people's lives. People like have things going on at one point in their life that they don't have in other points of their lives, and they can commit time, they can't commit time. I don't know what is going to happen 3 minutes from now, let alone 3 weeks from now, a month from now, 2 months from now. But I know I've changed a lot in the last few months, and this year in particular, and the last couple of years as well. And a lot has happened to me, and I've been in a lot of horrible situations, and I've been treated quite horrifically by Blackburn police, especially Melissa Chadwick. Paul Murphy gave me shit on the phone, and he clearly can't do his job, because if he did, he would have done it properly and had some better results, and lots of other stuff. And I need to draw a line somewhere and kind of move on from the police drama, I guess you can say. And I've got wheels in motion regarding that, and I've made some decisions recently regarding that and other stuff. And you know, I would like to think that if I'm around and if I'm alive, and if I've not taken my own life, that a year from now my life will be totally different to what it is now. Like, I would like that, but things don't change themselves. You know, things don't just happen. You've got to try and make them happen. And when you've got anxiety and depression, it's hard to wake up and think, oh, I need to do this, and then tomorrow do that, and then do something else the day after. you know, to make change, and change takes time. You can't just change 5 years of your life in an hour. But I don't want to be where I am now a year from now. And I don't think, well, if you've got a good life, you do. But if you don't, you don't. So obviously, because I don't want to be in the position I am a year from now, things will change. And I'm changing. My mindset's changing. And someone said to me this week, I think you're ready to, I don't know. I'm not wording it how they worded it, but basically they said to me, I think you're ready to do what you need to do now, to make the changes and to have the life that you want and need to have, instead of being constantly pushed around and treated badly, basically. And when they said that, you know, I think you're ready and I think this is what you want, they're actually right. And I'm doing everything I can to get out of the situations that I'm in, and in the situations where people are doing things to me and making me unhappy and causing me a lot of stress and pressure, aka the police. So I am retracting my statements. They don't actually know that, because I said I wanted to retract one statement. Then I found out there were other stuff ongoing which I wasn't informed of. That's what Paul Murphy's involved in, badly investigating things. And then they wrote a retraction statement and they filled it full of lies. And certain people was like, you're not signing it. Absolutely not. And I was like, I'm not signing it anyway, it's full of lies. And if I'm signing it, it's saying it's, you know, what's contained in this is true. And I know it's full of lies, and the police know it's full of lies because the police have written it. Even though Paul Murphy told me I'd written it, I'd never seen it until that day. So I went to see my solicitor and we had a long conversation. We talked about the police and how the police have been lying about me, lying to me, falsely accusing me of things, making me out to be a character that I'm not, which I can easily prove now, because, you know, they don't like that. I've got people who will defend me and say, actually, the character the police have made up is a load of bullshit. They've made it up because they treated her horrifically and they've got to try to, you know, come up with something to kind of justify the mistakes and actions that they've made. And they don't like that. I've got people who people actually listen to and say, actually, Melanie isn't the person they're making out to be. This is the real Melanie. And they don't like that. So with my solicitor, we decided the best thing, even though they've not fully investigated things and there's other things I want to report, for the time being I'm not going to report things, because the things that I've got to report happened a while ago. So if I go to the police now or in a year's time, it doesn't make a difference, because it, you know, if it's not reported straight away, then it's kind of old news anyway. So we just decided I need to get the police completely out of my life, because the police are making me anxious, they're making me depressed, they're making me suicidal. So I need to take them out of the equation. So we drafted a new retraction statement, and I have it, and I showed it to someone who I said I wanted to show it to and get their advice, and they're of agreement that the police are causing me so much distress that even though we don't fully agree with having to retract statements that they put me in interviews drunk, we don't agree with any of that, but we feel the best thing for me right now is to just retract them, because they've not properly investigated them anyway. So at the moment the police don't know either way if I'm going to retract them or if I'm going to do something else, and they're not going to know until the second week of November, because my birthday's been ruined for the last 2 years because of Blackburn police. They're not ruining this one. So I'm going to get my birthday out of the way, which is 2 weeks yesterday. And then they're going to be told the following week on the Monday or Tuesday, they're going to get sent this new retraction, and they're going to say, you know, this is all we're willing to say and agree to and do. If you don't agree with it, we have a problem. Then if they agree with it, I'll be signing it, they can go and mess up someone else's life and ruin their life for 2 years and call them names and make them out to be someone they're not, and to not investigate properly and just bully other people, because I'm not having it anymore. They're not doing it to me. And then, yeah, hopefully I can start to feel a little bit better, because a lot of the way I've been feeling is because of what they've done to me, especially Melissa Chadwick, her supervisor Mark, who's now at Hutton, and other ones that have upset me along the way. And they've not all upset me. I have met some nice ones, but they're all bent, they're all in it together, they're all pissing the same pot, as my dad always said. That's the best way to describe it. So even the nice ones will eventually turn. If they had to, they would turn and support their fellow officers. So the best thing I can do is to get them out of my life. And if I had to retract my statements, then I will. They've already said they won't come after me, and they've put this in writing, so my solicitor said they can't go back on that. They would end up in a lot of trouble. Basically saying they won't prosecute me for anything that I've accused other people of, because basically they shouldn't have put me in those interviews. A, because I was drunk. A, because I weren't sleeping. I hadn't slept for months. I was constantly stressed out. I was unwell. I was under a lot of pressure. They shouldn't have ever put me in those interviews. So they've messed up. They've wasted their own time. They've bullied someone who's actually, you know, done nothing wrong. They've lied about me. They've made me feel like shit. So they're going to be cut out of my life completely. They've been told not to contact me, but Paul Murphy contacted me and had a go at me. Nasty, horrible man. You know, he's obviously there so he can support his guide dog and feed him. They probably just pay him in dog biscuits. So they're going to get, you know, they're going to be gone. And then hopefully I can work on the other stuff that's got me to where I am, with being treated badly and stuff. Because while the police are constantly stressing me out, of course, I'm not able to or allowed to, because of the police, to deal with the other stuff. So then I can deal with my other stuff, which I need to deal with, because that affects me. It affects me a lot. But because the police are making me feel the way they make me feel, it's the police predominantly, you know, taking over my life. And they've took over my life for over 2 years now. So it's about time they went and did it to someone else. I mean, not that I would ever wish it on anyone else, because what they've done is wrong on so many levels. So that's what's happening. So this channel is going to change a little bit, but not dramatically. I'm still going to vlog and I'm still going to do my Sunday and Tuesday videos, but there is a change coming in January, because life changes, people changes, priorities change, and a lot of the time I say the same old stuff anyway. I don't do much. I do want to change my life. Change takes time. I can't just undo the last 2 years and go back to having the life I had 2 years ago, because I've just built up a life for the first time ever. And then the police come along and then they did that to it, and then they abused me and everything else. So that's the first step, but I'll still always vlog. I'm not into the live videos. I do struggle with them. I did them the other week because Paul Murphy upset me. He went too far. He's a horrible man. The police need to sack him. He's actually a civilian. He shouldn't be allowed to access what he's accessing, but he's obviously cheap because they pay him in dog biscuits. And then I bought those chocolates for my doctor because she's working on her birthday, but my doctor's very tiny. She's very, very slim, and I think she's careful what she eats. But I'd like to hope that she does treat herself to chocolate. Got a feeling she likes champagne, but she can go and buy her own champagne. So yeah, I just got her what I got, and I might get her some of those champagne truffle thing caramels that I got, or prosecco caramels. I'm gonna have one now that I've thought about them, and I might do my prawns and fries, or fries as I call from M&S. So yeah, December's gonna be okay on this channel, but I don't feel this the way I used to feel it. Like, I used to have a video up every day and it helped me. But then when I took that break not too long ago, I realised I was putting too much of me into this, then I had none of me left. And it's about time I put myself first. That's why I'm getting rid of the police for a start off, because they've just completely controlled my life for over 2 years now. And it needs to stop. It's making me ill. My doctor knows what they're doing to me. She's put a line in the statement saying that they cause my anxiety and stuff. She's happy to have that. She's seen her line. She's seen it all, because I trust her. And she wants the police gone as well as I do. But I'm not discussing what I discuss with my doctor, because what my doctor and I discuss, patient-doctor confidentiality. But if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here today, and that isn't even an exaggeration. She's helped me in ways she'll never ever understand. And I was with her a couple of days ago for about 40 minutes, and we had the best conversations, and, you know, she knows how to piss me off as well. She'd pissed me off the time before, and I told her what it almost caused, because I almost went to the police and told them other stuff, and she knew what she was doing, basically, from what we talked about on Wednesday. So I'm gonna go, I'm gonna relax. I've probably filmed a vlog's worth, but that's life. And please subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. I want to get to 1,000 so badly, but I'm stuck at about 150. It's gonna take forever. I mean, 10,000 is my ultimate goal, but I'd be happy if I got to 1,000 and stayed above 1,000. I'd be happy. Maybe next year, who knows. But thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Leave a comment below if you want to, and I'll be back very soon with another one.